All right, it's David Bayer, and we are back talking about Strategic Alliance Live. It's happening June 9, 10, and 11 here online, where you can enjoy it from the convenience of your own home or office. I'm chatting with Coach Lois, who apparently doesn't go by a last name anymore. Everybody knows her as Coach Lois, and Lois and I had an opportunity to connect, meet back in January at a very, very similar to the one that we're about to go into in June. It was then called the Strategic Alliance Summit. And Lois, tell me a little bit about how you ended up attending that event.
Well, it's really cool. I found out about it kind of last minute and had no idea what I really signed up for because I knew that it was about networking. I knew that there was going to be education. I knew that there was going to be 7, 8, 9 figure income earners, the who's who and the what's of online business. And since I'm newer to online business, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like a place I gotta be. And I was referred by Matt McWilliams, the affiliate guy. I'm a huge
Sure.
fan of him. So I'm like, if Matt endorses this, sign me up. So I signed up just before Christmas, and it was amazing, mind blowing experience.
Okay, so this event was called a summit, and if anybody in the world has been attending events with the name summit attached to them, they probably were expecting something very, very different. I certainly was when I signed up for it. What were you expecting, and in reality, what did you experience?
That's a good point because I expected a lot of talking heads, a lot of speakers, and not. But I knew that there was going to be these breakout rooms or Zoom rooms or whatever they were calling them for networking. So I was pleasantly surprised that it was, yes, there was powerful high level education. Number one, I wasn't expecting the high level. Like, I got so much value. I quickly went and changed my LinkedIn profile, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is like worth like thousands of dollars of education. Number one, that I wasn't expecting, and that is another reason why I'm inviting everyone I know to go to this one in June. Then the breakout rooms, the caliber of the people, and every room had a facilitator. Every room had a goal. It wasn't just like, hey, we're sitting here twirling our thumbs looking at each other. It was just everyone went around and shared what they trained us, they coached us on how to give a high caliber intromercial from a number one speaking coach that I know, Jane M. Powers. So that was amazing. And through that process, I'm sitting in rooms with, well, people like you, people like TR Garland, people like Seth Green, and I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, what am I doing here? Like, I'm like this little newbie online marketer, and like, I just was so blown away by their humility, your kindness, the graciousness, people really wanting to collaborate with someone like myself. And I came out of that with so many new connections. In fact, you're on my podcast, Seth's been on my podcast, TR's been on my podcast, Tanya's on my podcast, like all these amazing people with like minds that are again not people that I would just randomly probably meet anywhere. It was just very purpose driven, very focused, and they were like, "You guys need to be making deals. You need to be collaborating." And again, it was a lot, baptism by fire for me, because I didn't even have, just so you know, a really high ticket offer going into that. Being a newer person online, I only had like $1,000 offer, and they're like, oh my gosh, no, you got to raise your prices, you got to do this and you got to do that. So I walked away there, and then the next month, I got on a lot of speaking stages, other summits. I got on a lot of podcasts. I got huge opportunities to do email swaps, lead magnet swaps with amazing people of high caliber from all over the world, I might add. I had my first multiple 5 figure month that following month.
Wow.
And I owe a lot of that to what I gained and the wisdom, the connections. And oh, by the way, I did happen to invite 100 people. I brought 100 people to attend it with, and those people, they love Lois. They're like, oh my God, I love you. This is the best thing since sliced bread. Like, OMG, that now they're giving me more referrals. So I gave a lot of, I gave,
Hmm.
and now I'm receiving tenfold from the people that invited. So that's why I want all my friends to come, because now we have ways to strategically align ourselves together and broker 6 or 7 figure deals. And that's the last thing, because I've been talking a lot. I got so much. I hope you don't mind. I'm sharing it all.
That's right. I knew I was just going to throw one fun question your way. It was going to wind you up, and you would just fill the entire space. I do want to. I just want to rewind just for a moment because
Yeah.
you talked a little bit about encountering some people who were heavy hitters who had already achieved success in their business. And to be clear, the attendees are online and offline people
True. Yep.
from all over the world, lots of different industries.
Hmm.
But there was a certain sort of approach to the event that I think everybody who stuck around for the whole event took, right? That there was a an understanding, and you've mentioned this a couple of times already, to give and to offer guidance and to offer solutions and to share ideas. And you got a lot of
Hmm.
that from people, but you also, because I saw you do this, you also gave a lot.
Well, I'm kind of a person that mirrors. If you give a lot to me, I'm like, dude, I gotta play my part. And I felt like because of the coaching I received, I think on Monday, I understood, oh my gosh, so maybe I am not a peon. I actually do have a lot to give. So it was just really a beautiful synergistic giving and receiving for sure.
And I think the importance of the point here is that you came into this thinking I don't know anything about online business, but we all come into a situation like this being an expert at whatever we're an expert at our lives, at our business, that we can impart to other people, right?
Mhm.
And so you probably learned that lesson really quickly. I do belong here, and I do have stuff to give.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the cool thing about that was I'm working on a seven-figure deal now with one of the people, and I joined the mastermind. I don't know if it's all right if I say that. I did join the Strategic Alliance Mastermind that
No,
you
you're
and I
not
are.
allowed to talk about that at all. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go. It's go ahead.
So the gifts kept on giving, and now I'm partnering with people officially in a capacity that can impact so many lives. So it's come full circle. So I'm super excited to be inviting people to the one in June.
Excellent. I think for me, and I see for you as well, that it's really changed the way that I'm thinking about the ways to build a business and to do it in collaboration with others.
Mm.
Whereas, I think a lot of folks who came into this event had their head down saying, I'm doing all these things myself. There was a range of possible collaborative opportunities. In fact, on the sales page, something like 30 or 40 that are just listed there. Can you talk a little bit about the that type of range of things that people were making deals around?
Yeah, that was my favorite part was the online community, where people were saying, "Hey, I have this lead magnet. Who can share that or promote that, or who wants to do a lead magnet swap? Who has an email list that can send out this? And oh, by the way, we'll collaborate and I'll pay you for successful referrals." I saw people doing six-figure deals. Now that I'm further along, I'm working on one of those higher end deals myself, but people actually going into business together, working together, sharing their strengths together. Everyone achieves more. One plus one is 11. And being able to bring it forward and help more people with your own unique gifts. There was no competition mindset. It was cooperation or collaboration 110%. And so I think, and affiliate stuff, people became affiliates for me. I became affiliates for other people, and how we can get our message out there to our own audiences were the biggest things that I saw constantly happening.
Yeah, excellent. All right, so you keep alluding to this event that's coming up. We probably should transition over there. There is an event online, just like the last one, June 9, 10, and 11. For convenience, we have provided a link either above or below the video, depending on where you're watching it.
Mhm.
And when you click on that link, it'll take you over to a page where you'll meet one of the organizers of the event who will welcome you in a video, and there'll be a form for you to fill out with your name, email address, phone number, and then you'll be redirected to another page with further instructions on how to start the registration process.
Mhm.
So, Lois, you have a big audience now. You have your podcast, you have your Facebook group. You've had people following you. You said you invited 100 people right to the last event. So, who should come to this event? And more importantly, who should not? Who is this not a right fit for?
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a big question. For me, what I saw and what I think is or who it's best for are definitely speakers, coaches, authors, podcasters, and I met a lot of holistic healers, and I felt like there was a lot of amazingness, like Tanya, who's going to be on my podcast this week. So those are the groups that I see would really, really excel in this space. And it's not even just the professions, and marketing people. I think people in marketing, I don't want to leave different professions out, that those folks would be great too. um, I mean, I think every profession could probably benefit to some degree, but I don't think it's really for realtors or mortgage people. I don't even really think it's for network marketers. Affiliate marketers would
Sure.
be a good one as well. And at the same time, I do think a lot of people, no matter what their profession, could learn so much and make some connections. Even a lot of those 100 people that I invited last time, a lot of them were like also mind blown. They maybe didn't even have an offer, but they gained so much. They're coming back in June. So whether you're a newer person in the online space or newer in business, maybe 2 or 3 years in, I think you could still benefit from it. But I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about that question about who it might not be for, but I don't recall seeing too many realtors or mortgage
Well,
people.
and I think you made a good point just now that even the realtors and the mortgage brokers probably could learn something, even if they don't meet someone at the event, that they could take back to their world and apply with the people who they either have relationships with or want to develop relationships with.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I was looking for, because I knew the answer I was after with the who should not come, is people who have the wrong mindset, who are really
Uh,
not going to play nicely in the sandbox. You want to talk a
mhm.
little bit about that for a moment?
Yeah, the people that believe that they have a more of a competitive mindset as opposed to the cooperative. Like
Mhm.
for example, I'm a sales coach, and there was tons of other coaches there, right? But I know my lane, and I know that I can't serve everyone. I would rather refer to other coaches and other experts. So more of that looking for, looking out for the customer and their needs and saying, you know what, I can't help you, but I know someone over here who can. That givers gain mindset, looking out for people and not saying, oh, I can do it all and have big egos and I'm the I'm God kind of mentality. For sure, people who are more into that collaboration, together everyone achieves more mentality, for sure.
Excellent. Well, once again, the event is happening online. It's June 9, 10, and 11. We got some links for you to go ahead and click on and get registered. Lois, do you want to add anything before we wrap up?
If you're out there watching in my Facebook land or LinkedIn, wherever I'm sending this, wherever you're watching this, please strongly consider coming and clear your calendar. And even if you can't, like let's say you already have stuff booked, I get it. Even if you can only come half a day, you're gonna gain so much. Don't come alone. Bring a friend, share with them this link. Who do you know that you've been wanting to collaborate with, but maybe you don't know how to? Maybe you want to collaborate with me and we just haven't had the opportunity to connect because, like I did last time, I brought 100 people and I would be in different rooms and my friends would be in different rooms. And then we'd come together and say, oh, you got to meet this person. Oh, you got to meet this person. So I'm going to actually build out my own little tribe of people, and make sure I funnel you to the right people, which is like going to a party, right? You don't want to go alone. You want to go with your wingman or your wing girl. So bring your sales team, bring your virtual assistants. I have mine are going to be coming too, just because you can have your sales force out there and duplicate yourself that much more. And then of course I'll be looking out for you if you sign up at the link and join me. I'd love to introduce you to David, Tom, and everybody that I get to meet along the way.
Excellent. All right. Well, Lois, I look forward to seeing you back there June 9, 10, and 11. And I look forward to having all of your minions and followers and subscribers joining us as well. So thanks so much for spending a few minutes chatting about Strategic Alliance Live. Again, that's happening June 9, 10, and 11. Go ahead and click the link and get yourself registered.
It's
Thanks.
going to be fun.